Who was Karl Marx, and what did he believe? Have you ever wondered who Karl Marx was and why his ideas still spark debate today? Let's take a closer look at this influential figure and his beliefs. Karl Marx was a philosopher, economist, and social theorist who lived in the 19th century. He is best known for developing the ideas that, from the foundation of Marxism. His work primarily focused on analyzing capitalism and proposing an alternative system based on collective ownership and social equality. Marx viewed capitalism as a historical stage defined by private ownership of the means of production. This includes factories, land, and resources controlled by a capitalist class. He argued that capitalism operates through economic relationships between people, centered on capital. However, he defined capital not just as money or assets, but as a social relationship of power and control. In this system, workers sell their labor to capitalists, who profit from the surplus value created by the workers' efforts. Marx believed this relationship leads to exploitation. Workers do not receive the full value of what they produce. One of his key concepts is alienation. This term describes how capitalism estranges workers from their labor, the production process, their own creative potential, and from each other. Under capitalism, work can become monotonous and degrading, reducing individuals to mere instruments for profit instead of allowing them to thrive as creative beings. Marx predicted that capitalism contains contradictions that would cause it to stagnate and eventually collapse. These contradictions include the tendency of the profit rate to decline and the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few. This situation intensifies class conflict between the capitalist class and the working class. Marx believed this conflict would lead to a revolutionary overthrow of capitalism, resulting in socialism. In socialism, the means of production would be collectively owned, and wealth would be distributed more equally. Eventually, Marx envisioned a stateless, classless society called Communism, where social antagonisms would disappear. From a capitalist perspective, Marx's critique highlights real tensions within capitalism. However, it tends to underestimate the system's adaptability and capacity for reform through political and economic means. Capitalism has shown resilience and the ability to improve living standards through market mechanisms and entrepreneurship. While Marx's analysis draws attention to inequality and exploitation, capitalism emphasizes individual freedom, property rights, and the incentives created by competitive markets. These elements drive economic growth and innovation. Karl Marx was a thinker who challenged capitalism by exposing its flaws and proposing socialism and communism as alternatives. His ideas remain influential, but they are often viewed critically from a capitalist standpoint, which values the dynamic nature of market economies and the role of private enterprise in generating wealth and opportunity.